Hello and welcome to a special edition of Independent Education TV. Labor Day is one of the most important days on your union's calendar. We celebrate the hard work of past members in winning conditions that make our working life better today. We take a stand and charge our batteries to keep that fight going to improve professional recognition for teaching and education. And of course, we celebrate and have a great day with our families and our union family. This year was no different, despite the fact that the Newman government stripped the public holiday from its rightful place. Nothing can stop the collective spirit of independent education union members and unionists from across the state. We remembered the great wins of the union movement, and we particularly celebrated some of the victories of your union in recent years. The middle leadership structure in Catholic schools, higher wages and classifications for classroom teachers in Anglican, Catholic, PMSA and Lutheran schools, school officer improved wages, conditions, respect and recognition, and of course improved superannuation of 12.75% in the Catholic sector. A great turnout got on board, took to the streets and made sure their voice was heard. Our reporter was there to catch up with all the action.
Terry, with Labor Day, you're finding there's people are just as enthusiastic now as ever?
Well, you only have to look behind me to see how enthusiastic our members are. We've got people here from all of our sectors, from Catholic schools, independent schools, grammar schools, English language colleges, school officers, services staff, and we're even encouraging the young to be part of the union movement.
Labor Day is when we all gather together with a common cause. We gather because we know that together we are more powerful than as a single person.
I think it's been amazing to see so many people come out in solidarity, especially under the current political environment.
There's an awful lot of people when you consider that this is no longer, there's not a holiday tomorrow, so this is out of people's busy weekend. And I think it's a very nice atmosphere, it's very friendly, and there are an awful lot of people here.
It's a great atmosphere, there's great numbers, so many people here celebrating Labor Day, and a day that should always be celebrated in May.
Well, Labor Day should be in May. It's where it has been in Queensland for over a century, and I think the size of the contingents out today demonstrate to this state government that you can change the public holiday, but you can't take Labor Day away from May.
So what have been some of the big wins over the years?
Well, our concern is always to reach community standards in terms of conditions and wages, and we've been successful in doing that. Employers haven't always been terribly happy to see us get that, but we've always got there. It's important to us that our members get the same wages as the community says teachers ought to get paid, that teachers' wages are the quality standards, the teacher wages are as good as our public sector colleagues. The teachers are actually respected in terms of the level of remuneration they get.
We were one of the first unions, or education unions, to make sure that women were equal with the men's pay. We just keep everyone on a par because we know that everyone is equal.
I think it's important that, maternity leave has been achieved. Obviously that wasn't around in the past. We have long service leave, which is, built up, and unionism has obviously achieved all those things and should be proud of it. So without that, we wouldn't have the working conditions that we have today.
The union is very important in the ELICOS sector because a lot of us are on contracts, not full-time. We finalised our enterprise bargaining and I think we got a pretty fair deal considering everything. If the union hadn't been there, I can't imagine.
Our Anglican sector at the moment are still riding a wave of, and our employers have treated us well, but we're worried that in the oncoming enterprise bargaining we might be, the government's employers are waiting to see what each does. So it might be a bit harder this time than usual.
Apart from the obvious, where the union has looked after salaries over that time to make the salaries better and more attractive for getting good people into education. There's been massive improvements in superannuation, including salary sacrifice to have the employer add some more to the super, which is going to be very important in the future, especially if people are going to have to wait till they get to 70 to be eligible for the pension. Also, improvements in long service leave, accessibility of long service leave, improvements in other areas such as work-life balance. Even though education is a very difficult sector to work in. It's very demanding. Efforts are being made to try and to make it more manageable.
Experienced teachers, ET6 in the Catholic sector, has been a great window to improve the career pathway for teachers. And we're constantly sort of campaigning, and one of the issues that we felt we had a good win trying to protect some of the workers' compensation that was under attack by the Newman government. So certainly the right to be able to have protected as you travel from work and back.
Respect and dignity for teachers too is an important thing, isn't it?
Well, it is. We've got a dispute running at a school at the moment where the school is basically saying, well, we don't respect you. We don't value what you do. No matter the commitment in class, no matter the commitment out of class, no matter the school's reputation, we're not going to respect you with quality conditions.
I think that everyone should share in the fact that we should not be belittled or overworked or used for more hours than we need to be. We all need to be aware of our circumstances.
Tell us about the importance of unions for kids in the future in their working life.
Well, we've strengthened up our level of engagement with our younger members, with our Beginning Educators Network. And it's good to see a number of those people along here today, marching for the first time as unionists for the first time, starting in their career this year.
It took me a while to, be converted for unionism. I guess the reason for that was I needed to understand how, the relationships work within the workplace. And it wasn't until I sort of realised in a single-site school that you have to do the negotiation as an employee group with your employer, and that's quite confronting for a lot of people. So understanding that my union fees were going to support, an organiser to come on site and assist us through the negotiation period, and also having the backing of the lawyers on site with the union also gives that assistance to know that what we're fighting for is similar to other sectors. We're not asking for too much, and that we're protected by our collective and our union membership.
Well, unions are the means by which we express our collective interests. We come together collectively to pursue our common interests, and that will always be at the heart of what we do as union.
Here to stay. Hey, what do we say? Quality education is the way.